What's up, guys? Now, here are my predictions for the Triple G vs. Canelo fight. Now, I cannot wait for this fight. One of my most anticipated boxing fights that can happen in my lifetime so far. And I'm so glad that they got this fight together. I was beginning to feel that one of them were not going to agree to it. Both of their styles, the way they approach the fight, their mentality in a fight, this is for sure going to be fireworks. It's going to be crazy. Now, both of these guys have a no backstep mentality. They both like to be the aggressor in the fight. They both like to be the dominant force in there. They both want to break their opponent. They both want to be the one that's going forward, be the one that's taking control of the fight, which is going to make this fight incredible. Canelo is the more elusive fighter, though. He's the one with the better footwork. He's the one that's a little bit faster. He's the one that picks his shots really well, mixes it up to the body and the head at a distance. While Triple G is the one who goes forward, deflects his shots, and looks for his openings when he's coming in close on you. Canelo is really good at distance fighting and using in and out movement, while Triple G is really good at infighting. When he's in on you, he is extremely hard to hold off. Any shot that Canelo's going to throw, any shot that he misses and creates an opening on himself is potentially very dangerous in this fight. But Triple G is going to have to work on his cutting off the ring, block shots, and try to get in on the retraction of the punches from Canelo as Canelo's throwing from a distance and using in and out movement. So when Canelo goes on steps forward, throws a jab to the body or throws a jab to the head, Triple G is going to want to put his hands up, deflect the shot, parry it, or just block it and then march forward quickly as Canelo backs up from the punch, further backing him to the ropes, because that is where Triple G is going to want this fight. Although I think it's going to be tough for Triple G to get it there, because Canelo likes to hold his ground as well. He's not going to want Triple G to walk him down. Canelo's going to want to go to the body and mix it up with headshots constantly. Throw body jabs and come over the top with the right hand that he does so well. He's one of the best guys at disguising body shots to land the headshots. And they both have big power. These are some of the hardest punchers pound for pound. Although Triple G might hit a little bit harder. But Canelo has more of that speed to surprise you. Because Canelo is very light on his feet. Always jumping in place or moving around or willing to get his angles on his opponent. While Triple G is very flat-footed, but he's very methodical in where he goes. He doesn't just march forward like a madman. He knows where to move, very small steps, but he walks his opponent down into the ropes. And it's a very intimidating style. And Canelo is really good at slipping punches. He's really good at hip movements and making his opponent miss him. And that could be key to this fight to try to tire out Triple G. Canelo staying at a closer range, but not too close, and just try to slip punches and defense shots, make Triple G throw him and waste his energy. And landing counter shots and body jabs from a distance. Throw a body jab and then cutting an angle on Triple G, because Triple G is going to want to use that moment to march down on Canelo. So when you confuse the steps, you confuse your patterns of movement on Triple G, you're able to stay in the center of the ring and not go to the ropes. That is the last thing Canelo wants. That would be a very good way of approaching this fight. And for Canelo, the back step to the counter right hand over the top is going to be more open to Triple G, as Triple G goes for that left hook that he always tries to close the distance with. Because Triple G sometimes from a distance, he has a habit of throwing his punches and then dropping them, when you usually want to just pull them back. He throws them, drops them, and creates an opening over that side. And Canelo backing up just enough where he can land that right hand over the top is going to be key. And Triple G is going to want to march him down. He wants it next to the ropes, because against the ropes and against the corner, Triple G is one of the best boxers in the world at fighting at. His counter ability against those ropes and against the corner is outstanding. I mean, he gets his opponent to throw at him and he catches him in all these openings. He's so precise with his shots. And not only that, he has huge power. He limits your movements completely when you're in that corner too. It's really hard to get out of there. He goes to the body, he goes to the head. He's really good at slipping punches in there, in the pocket. Really good at having punches deflect off the gloves and exploding on the openings. And that left hook in there is dangerous. And Triple G does have a habit of getting hit sometimes though. He's willing to take punches. He's really good at having them land on the top of his head, because he really keeps his chin down. And sometimes he uses that to create openings on his opponent as he throws punches, which is pretty funny. But against Canelo, that's very dangerous to do. Another tendency of Triple G is he doesn't move his head really at all. Triple G just likes to have his hands up and block shots and deflect shots rather than slipping punches. And the reason for that is his style. He wants to go in on his opponent and land big shots at all times. And he would rather come in on the retractions of the punches rather than going on an angle and then bumping into them. And when you slip punches and use hip movement and all those kind of movements, potentially you could allow your opponent to move out on you rather than them going back. So he's always in the position to cut his opponents off when he has his hands up and walking them down and deflecting shots. and he forces them to go back rather than allowing them to cut an angle on him. Now, although Triple G doesn't really move his head much, the guy has an amazing chin. I mean, he's really hard to hurt. He's so tough, so durable, and Canelo is also a very tough fighter, but he leaves himself open sometimes with his hands down and chin exposed, while Triple G is always fundamental. Always has his fundamentals checked. Chin down, hands up, balanced stance, walking his opponent down one step at a time. While Canelo likes to get a little bit loose out there, this is a hard fight to call. This is really hard to call. You gotta also remember, Triple G is not a young fighter. He's getting up there in age. I don't know if it's gonna show in this fight, and Canelo is a very young fighter. I'm really almost 50-50 on this fight. I can see Triple G being a little bit too slow and being a little bit too predictable for Canelo. And Canelo just landing shots behind the gloves, creating openings on Triple G as Triple G tries to cover the distance and catch the more elusive Canelo by intercepting him with the right hand or the left hook. But then again, I can also see Triple G walking him down, deflecting the shots, and just overpowering him and just bullying him. Potentially catching Canelo with Canelo's hands down at times and making Canelo overextend a couple times and catching him with counters. So if I have to pick, my pick is going to be Triple G. And I'm going to go by a 6th or 7th round knockout. I think he's going to march Canelo down. I think he's going to land shots on the openings that he creates off the deflections of Canelo's punches. And I think he's going to land big shots. I think the left hook and the right straight are going to be some of his primary weapons in the fight. So those are my predictions, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you enjoyed my content, make sure to subscribe. And I do have a Twitter. The link is in the description box if you guys want to ask me any kind of questions. So that's going to be in the description box below. Comment below what your guys' prediction is. Who you guys think is going to win? What do you guys think about the fight? Because this is an amazing fight. And make sure you guys watch this fight. This is one of the best boxing fights that could be put together. So make sure you guys watch it. And again, thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next video.